Well, tonight, an exclusive look at what goes into taking down a drug lab. It's a growing epidemic across our country. Illegal drugs smuggled into the U.S. being enhanced once they're in the States, often with a synthetic opioid that can be deadly. Michelle Fiore went behind the scenes with the Milwaukee field office of the DEA. She joins us live in studio. Michelle.
Jessup, it was a rare opportunity, and we are the first in Milwaukee to get to see it firsthand. DEA agents from the illicit hazard enforcement team allowed us to go along as they train for a very dangerous job, executing a search warrant at a drug lab.
Police search warrant! Police search warrant! Police search warrant!
The well-ordered rush into a suspected drug house. Agents with the DEA march inside, guns out, helmets and masks on.
People are smarter nowadays, and they're more prepared for us.
To throw off the bad guys, agents may first set up a tactical electronic distraction device. That's the beeping sound you're hearing.
Put your hands in the small of your bag.
This training session involved DEA agents from as far away as Green Bay.
Take a step forward. Now, can you reach back and touch the wall with your foot? Perfect.
They're utilizing a building just outside the West Allis police station.
Police search warrant!
In 6 seconds, he's in. Agents train as if this is a high-hazard clandestine drug lab. Then it's my turn. Busting into a door, even with a ram, not so easy. But with a second try and less pegs in the door.
All right, here we go.
We were asked to keep the names and faces of these agents private, as the effectiveness of their job with the illicit hazard enforcement team depends on it.
And everybody here that does that is volunteers. Nobody's made to do it. So everybody believes in what they're doing.
No place has been spared, from the Northwoods down to the Illinois state line. Wisconsin has seen a sharp increase in overdoses and deaths since the pandemic began. More than 1,200 in 2020 compared with about 900 in 2019.
It's an urban environment. Sometimes it's very rural. Sometimes it's a fortified structure with violent people inside.
Milwaukee County's numbers also alarming, 418 in 2019 and 546 in 2020. So far in 2021, 389 people have died from overdoses and 109 others are pending toxicology. A sad part to the statistic, a number of the deceased had no idea they bought a lethal dose on the black market.
So an individual expecting to get an OxyContin or an oxycodone is in fact purchasing a fentanyl pill or a pill that has a portion of fentanyl that could be lethal.
That's why the DEA is going hard after these clan labs. In August and September, agents seized 77,000 counterfeit pills containing fentanyl in Wisconsin, Illinois, and Indiana. 24 kilograms of fentanyl was seized in the 3 states in that time period.
Fentanyl or other fentanyl analogs that are extremely harmful and fatal in many circumstances are being pressed into pills to appear like legitimate pharmaceutical grade, Percocets, Vicodins, OxyContin, oxycodone.
Police search warrant!
Hands up, don't move! Clearing the scene is just the first part of an operation like this.
Take 2 steps backwards. Put your hands in the small of your back.
After the arrests, it's all about bagging the evidence. To do so, fully encapsulated Level A suits are a must.
Is that really noisy?
Even a small amount of inhaled fentanyl can be deadly, so they take the greatest precautions.
I take a big breath and it turns it on. You working? That's what's called a roller or rolling. That means there's a chemical reaction happening right now. And when you see on TV or in the past when stuff explodes or house burns down, it's usually a result of like a small bottle like that.
On the table, it's self-rising flour, unfilled jars, and plastic bottles. This is a press that might be used to get fentanyl into empty pill bottles.
To find these empty pill bottles. And then what does this one do?
This laser has the ability to read what's in the bag.
So this will actually tell you what this substance is.
If there's a good enough, concentration of what it is.
Processing a crime scene, a long day, but a satisfying one for those involved.
So when they grab a fentanyl press or something off the street, that's how many fentanyl tablets aren't getting made that day or that week.
The focus of this program and like this initiative or this collateral duty is keeping the community safe. Keeping the community safe, the citizens that live in the community, because they're explosive, they're volatile.
This is Red Ribbon Week for the DEA, the week when they honor agents' lives lost. Back to you, Jessup.